Hey, 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 hey. Hello, everybody. We are so excited to share with you how day one of our experience went for our boosting metabolism and getting rid of that tummy fat. So, how did it go? Sis, how did it go?
Hi, I'm Victoria. I'm the Gut CRN, and this is day 2. So if you're looking at the packages right here, it's 1, 2, 3. And so this is day 2 for me today. And yesterday went beautifully. Let's see if I can start. Most of the time, I didn't get hungry. I am someone who works out, so craving a little bit of the protein, but thank goodness this has 68 grams of protein in this system, and it was enough to let me sleep good. It wasn't like I wanted anything. You just have to have a positive mindset that you're knowing that there's a reason why you're doing it. So anything that you're going to make a change or you're going to make a commitment to is not 100% easy, but it was. There's no other diet that can match this. This is like a medical fast, because they have better than that, because you would have to have a nutritionist. I would say thousands of dollars with your insurance and everything to have a nutritionist, put you on a plan, have you go to the store, have you have all this stuff in different variations, and your kitchen would be all over the place and very complicated and very frustrating. And you almost don't start from the get-go, because it's almost a lose from the beginning. At least anytime, because I have gut issues, anytime that I've done that, it's why I didn't stick with the nutritionist. This, because it is designed by our scientists, by our physicians, and by our nutritionists. Yeah. I want to say dietitians, because they're registered dietitians, but they're physicians that are in nutrition. They did a 1, 2, 3 system. So when you're going through these fasts, because what are we doing? We're boosting our metabolism. We're changing up that metabolic process. So our cells are getting everything they need, getting rid of the junky cells, getting those damaged cells out, increasing our growth hormone, doing all of the good stuff that we're doing and healing our gut, but boosting our metabolism. And then in addition to that, going after the energy store, which is fat, by decreasing that blood glucose. So to me, I was able to sustain it. Today's day 2. I even worked out this morning. Is there 7 or 8 products? 8?
There's 7.
There's 7 products. So I
no 8. 8. I'll go over this later.
Yeah, there's 8 products. But what I want to say is there's 8 products in here. And so you have something going on about every 90 minutes. And that's what the leaders have said, is just to give each one 90 minutes before you take the other one. And so you don't feel deprived. And it also is all the things that Terry will go over. It's all the supplements and the nutrition, because it's nutritionally supported, that your cells need, your body needs, that keeps you in a plateau. You don't dive down while you're going after those energy stores. And so you have your energy, you have your protein, you have everything you need. So awesome.
It is awesome. It's so amazing. And yes, boosting our metabolism is so needed and such a game changer. Gosh, our metabolism is what provides energy to drive many processes of our living cells. So our whole body is getting a reset, and then particularly some focus on our liver. And so who doesn't need that? It's so amazing. It really is a fun system. And so how does it taste, and what are the products? And we went over that yesterday too, but for those of you who don't know, we'll do it really quickly. So first we start with Hydrate. This is a lemon lime mix, and it's focusing to take this. We have some other hydrates too on products, but this one is a game changer, because lemons, it really helps with that digestion and added antioxidants that are very helpful for the liver. So that's why we're focused on the lemon. And incidentally, when you drink your water, we heard, remember that you have to attach those molecules to the fat cells to get rid of that fat cells that you're burning off. So that is really important. And so that's that. So that's the first product, and you take it, in your daily routine, just about the time that you would drink other things or get up. I have a cup of water in the morning when I get up, and then as I go downstairs, I make my my lemonade, I call it. It's a very healthy lemonade. The next one is a lean whey milk chocolate, and this is really helpful because it equips your body with the necessary protein that you need to move throughout your day and restore those muscles at the same time. And then we move to the hunger control. Oh, and the taste, delicious. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. And you don't just have to mix it up with water. You can mix it up with 1% milk or some of the other alternative milk choices like oat milk or almond milk. We have slim hunger control, and that is helpful for so many reasons. And I won't get into all the reasons, but balancing your hormones and reducing cravings and reducing that that hunger feeling where you just have to eat something, because the fiber amount in here will help with that. And that is delicious. So one of the new products, collagen bone broth. And this was very good. I had a tip before going into my day one, trying it yesterday. And the tip was have your water boiling, add your any of the spices that you add to it. And there's, salt and pepper. I would say sea salt and pepper. But you can add things like cumin or turmeric and some of the other Italian spices as well. And I thought it was delicious.
It tastes like the base tastes like a broth, like a beef broth, because that's what it is. Isn't it the base beef? So so it keep along like the cumin and all that. Those spices go along with the beef, and it's very tasty. It's very nourishing, and it does help control. It's not designed really to control appetite, but it's very soothing because you feel full and satisfied.
And it certainly feeds your gut, which also helps with the digestion and helps your body's natural tendencies to burn fat when you have that muscle or have some of those nutrients with you. And then the next thing that you move to is a snack. And oh my gosh, let me tell you, this is another new product. It is called the Smart Stack snack. And I would like to stack them up, but it is a matcha. What do they call it? A vanilla matcha. But oh my gosh, I really wasn't that excited about it because most of the snacks that I've tried I haven't liked, so I stick with the raw vegetables. But this one it reminded me of a Tootsie Roll, and it was so good. That and what did you call the taste yesterday, Vic?
I feel when I'm tasting it, it tastes like the aftertaste. It tastes like a little molasses, which might be the Tootsie Roll kind of whole vibe going. I was expecting it to be like when you go in those nutrition stores and you're eating grass, those kind of, I thought it was just going to be a horrible taste. And so I wasn't like Terry, I was not looking forward to it at all. But I was now at this point, I took mine around 4:00 because I got so behind because there's 8 products that you're taking in that it's so nice because you're going, oh, I need to do this again. But I got a little behind. So when I took mine, I was ready for food, like something solid. And so this is the only solid thing that you have that you can chew. And so I tasted it and I was like, oh my gosh, it is so good. I'm so happy. And Terry's right. It's like a little bit of a Tootsie Roll feel. And it's like kind of big. So it was very satisfying.
It was that getting the chew in is really helpful. And like it's a Tootsie Roll. Sometimes I suck the Tootsie Roll. So that was even good too. So I was pleasantly surprised on that. And then you get your snacks is active and the snack bar, but I decided to delay having the active for a little bit. So about a half hour to 45 minutes later, I had the active. And, we've talked about that a lot, and it's energize your brain and your body because it helps with energy, also muscle recovery, as well as feeds your brain. That gut brain axis is fed through the nutrients in this energy drink that's all plant-based. It's so good.
It also
And
has
then,
the turmeric. It also has turmeric. That's my favorite thing about it. And the 7 different super fruits and vegetables, because it has kale and acai berry and some blueberry, I believe. And so it has wonderful things in it that it's just what I call my power drink when I put normally when I'm not on this, but this is I take singly like it is because you want everything done the way the system is. But I put it in the pink drink and I put the collagen in there. It's my power drink. Love it. Like everything tastes so good. I'm addicted to it.
that's right. I am too. It's my favorite. I can't live without, as a matter of fact. I
You
have
should have
2 a
seen
day.
Terry and I. Terry visited and we were trying to scrounge up who has active, who has this. Because we were both
true.
delayed on our ordering. I go to Jennifer's house. Jennifer, do you have some active? Like it becomes a thing. So it is the best thing out there. Nobody has that.
It's so great. And then you get to have dinner, which is a tomato soup. And I loved this tomato soup. And again, the tip is heat your water up, put any additional spices that you want in it. And then, and actually there's a list of spices, because not just any ones, you want ones that are still going to feed your boosting the metabolism goal. However, I also thought it tasted a little bit like the base of a bondiga soup, and that's my favorite. So I just loved it. I was
Terry,
like,
what spice did you add in yours?
I added the cumin, and I added a couple of I added the red pepper flakes, and then sea salt and pepper.
That's what I was going to say is the only thing I did. Cumin, I might do that tomorrow. Try cumin tomorrow on our last day. But I ate about 8 o'clock. For me, that was a decadent because I'm usually on an intermittent fast by then. So it was like, oh, I get to eat. I don't have to stay, I can eat later. And so I added the red pepper flakes. I can't tell you, and I think it was salt and pepper. So the sea salt, I added a little bit of pepper and the red pepper flakes with this. I'm actually craving it right now. Like I can't wait to eat that. So that soup was so good with the pepper flake, the soup, and the salt and pepper. So delicious.
It is. And I'll tell you what, I really thought that this was going to be really hard. And I'm not saying that it was easy not to take some bites of my husband's meal, because I cook his meal. And I decided I'm just going to continue to do that, because I often eat things that are different than his. He has other preferences of food. And so when I'm on these focused nutritional only meals, I make sure that he gets some fun things that he likes to eat too. And so I stayed with that. And I thought that was going to be my downfall. In fact, I was just like, half hour before I was going down to prep the food and everything, it was like, you're not going to eat it. You're not going to eat it. Do not eat it. Stay away. Don't even worry about it. So I put the music on, because that always gets my brain triggered to think about music and not think about what I might want to nibble on. And I didn't even care. And so I found that this was easy for me. And a lot of times, because I usually only eat one meal a day, so I'm used to a series of drinks and water and shakes and whatever. So that part wasn't new to me. And then when the tomato soup was so good, it just was so exciting. In fact, I want to use it to make a bondiga. It was really good.
It's actually very delicious. I've never had bone broth, but I can tell that this bone broth is probably the best out there with flavor, because it actually tasted good. I just have to learn how to put the right spices. I think today I just want my Montreal steak seasoning that has the garlic flakes and the pepper and the salt. So it's just up to you to flavor it the way you want with the spices that they suggest to keep you on the metabolism boost, metabolic boost program for those. If you're really serious. Terry and I've reached a plateau because I'm a certain age and I'm trying to see how to get rid of my little belly here. And that bothers me. Every woman usually will tell me that. My clients tell me that. So that's a big
I tell her that.
And
what are you talking about? I give her mine to look at so she can feel better.
But it's metabolic boost. I just think, oh gosh, like what it's doing to the body. Both of us were hyper, so it does give you the energy that when your cells are doing all the right things, you do get energized on fast. And when you're not boosting, you're taking in too much sugar. We don't realize how toxic our environment is. And so when we're doing something like this, we were pretty hyper. I still am. I'm still hyper with it. Yeah. So, and I don't have any die-off symptoms, which I thought I would, but I am taking an ease. That's my trick right now, first thing in the morning. So I guzzle water in the morning with an ease, and I do not have a headache. I don't have fatigue, feeling any of those kind of things. So this is a testimony that this is truly nutritionally supported. So all those good things are happening, but I have minimal symptoms.
It's true. I really don't either. In fact, I have symptoms, but they're positive ones. I've had a bloating stomach for, I want to say 2 weeks straight now. And this morning I don't.
Oh.
So to me, it was like, oh my gosh, it's worth it just for that.
Yeah.
so I'm really happy.
That.
Yeah. And so the real gem of this system is the Restore, which is a product that's specifically designed to add more of the ATP. And we talk about this in many ways, but remember, it's that metabolic process that feeds the ability to burn that energy instead of usually I'm saying this all wrong. Instead of storing fat, it burns energy. There you have it. Why is that so difficult?
I didn't even know where you were going, so I couldn't even help you out. I couldn't be.
I always talk about burning energy first, and I really was thinking storing fat. So all that tummy belly fat that is really hard to burn off, this really helps get that in action. And I think that's a big reason why I'm not so bloated, and a big reason why I think I lost a pound. My scale says I did, but I think I had lighter clothes on today than I did yesterday. So tune in for that later. So there you have it. It is such a great system. I'm already impressed, and I'm only on day 2, and I've only taken one product of day 2. Yeah. So come join us if you really want to have those 3 simple steps. It may be uncomfortable, but we all do uncomfortable things. We do uncomfortable things when we have to go to the grocery store. We do uncomfortable things when we have to get that colonoscopy. We have to do these uncomfortable things if we get sick and go to the hospital. So these are some things that are on the preventative side. So it's okay to do uncomfortable things, because what happens when we get out of our comfort zone? We have great progress and thriving success as we move past our comfort zone. So that's what my challenge to you all is. So if you're ready, it's 1, 2, 3. It's a metabolic reset, which equips your body to burn fat, as we talk about, as the primary energy source. And that's what we all want. It is really the magic of that of the reset. It supports our body's natural defenses against the toxins we are exposed to in the environment. It helps get those rid of. And remember, water is important part of that. And it helps detoxify the liver and the kidneys. And we all need that. Remember, the uncomfortable discussion, we have about 5 to 20, and some of us more, pounds of just poop in our digestive tract. And, this helps clean that whole system out so that we can be more towards the natural or healthy weight of poop, which is the 5 pound process. And we can start to get rid of some of that other lingering pieces out there. So if you struggle with that, this is amazing, because I'll tell you what, I know I lost some.
Teresa G.
Well, sometimes we have to have the uncomfortable conversations. Anyway, with that, have a great day, and we'll be back for day 3 tomorrow. Reset. 1, 2, 3, let's go.